I'm your host once again, Dan Thornton. I want to thank you all for tuning in today to Lions Talk Live. You know, we're going to have to do this one a little differently. We're having a lot of issues setting up stuff here while we're gone on vacation for about a week. So at least potentially for the next few days, I might have to do it live just from my phone. I apologize to everybody. Brent, good to see you already in the chat this morning. And, I don't know if I'll be able to do all the normal woos and everything. Later today, I'll try to do a little bit deeper dive into the laptop and everything and try to get stuff set up. But just so you guys are aware, I'm here, I'm on vacation, middle of the Bahamas or whatever, and things are not going as well as hoped. But apologies for this. Probably won't do a full hour just because it'll be for my phone, and you're gonna have people as the morning goes up walking back and forth. So at any rate, I thought I'd throw a few questions at you guys though. I was trying to think of a topic for today, and I wanted to say, should the Lions get to the point where they are considering trading up or down in the draft? What are your guys' thoughts? And again, apologies to anybody tuning in right now, having some equipment issues here on vacation, and the laptop and the signal just aren't working out well enough to be able to use. So I'm having to use Walter. Good morning to you too. Trump's woo, yeah, 100%. So anyways, I'll try to get the equipment all figured out later today, a little bit more in-depthly than I did yesterday, and get all that stuff figured out so we can have more of a normal broadcast, and I'll try to get the mock draft a different day this week. But with that being said, if you haven't yet subscribed to Lions Talk Live, please consider doing so. Also, if you enjoy the content of the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. So I'll go for probably about a half hour this morning, then maybe later today I'll try to be able to figure out equipment problems, connection problems, and do a better broadcast tomorrow or later today if there is some breaking news. I didn't bring my portable mic, so hopefully you guys can hear me good enough. Yeah, love the background. Well, right behind me, I guess you guys probably can't see it. This is actually windows, and behind that's the water. So doing the best I can, guys. Matthew Griggs and salutations. All right, so real quick, what do you guys think? Are we at the point with this team where maybe we don't need 5 or 6 guys to come in on rookie contracts or deals? Maybe the Lions, I know we've speculated this for a few days now, maybe Brand Holmes and the Lions are at the point where they should consider trading up, at least for 1 or 2 players. I'm torn myself. I could go in either direction. I could see the wisdom, I guess you could say, of trading up for one specific player in the first round, do that again in the second round, and then whatever falls your way the rest of the way, go for it. I can see the wisdom in trading back, trying to get more draft picks to have more younger players, rookie deals, etc. I don't really think there's a right or a wrong answer for this. It's just, what do you guys think about it? And I don't know if I can really highlight. I guess I can't really highlight like I can on the other platform. But let's go through the comments, see what you guys have to say. Brent Green, good morning, Coach and Lions faithful. Superdome or bust. Woo! Yeah, I can't be too loud with the woos here. Walter, good morning, sir. Good morning to you too. Trumps. Woo! There you go. It's gonna be a little different until Thursday, right? Doug, let's see. Depends on what happens into the quarterbacks and edges earlier. I would agree with that, Doug. It's my anticipation you're going to see a run on quarterbacks. Probably, I'm going to say 4 to 6 of them are going to go in the first round, and I do believe potentially 4 to 5 of them go in the first 20 picks or so. Another one could fall to the latter part, like the first round where the Lions are at, which makes the Lions draft pick for a trade much more advantageous. All right, Brent, trade up, trade down, or stay put. Doesn't matter because Brad knows how to build a team. I have complete faith in him. Go Lions. And that's what I'll say is that I think you're 100% right that the Lions, Brand Holmes, everybody gets it. He's going to make some chicken soup out of whatever is presented to him. So good for him, good for the Lions, and I guess that's the right way to approach it, Brett, is that whatever he does, I think we're all, as Lions fans, going to have full faith in it. All right, Matthew Rice, what do you got? Greetings and salutations, back at you. Brent, hear you loud and clear, Coach, so that's good. That's good. I'm doing the best I can to try to make it as loud and clear, but as this starts getting closer to 7:30 and everything, I'm anticipating more and more people coming through to get breakfast and whatever have you. All right, Doug, we need to plug in 2 players, starters now or soon. All right, Doug, what do you got? What positions would you go after? And you heard my thoughts. You've heard them for a while. I'd probably go offensive line and defensive edge, and in any order. Whoever the best player is at our particular draft picks, that's probably where I'm going. All right, let's see. Matthew, Super Bowl or bust? Woo! 100%. And Brent, if Brad trades up for an edge, who's worth going for doing that for? I know yesterday a bunch of people on the show were talking about Latua. That would not be a bad pick. I don't think anybody would complain with him. There's probably some debate on Chop Robinson if that's the way other people would go. Chop I'd like. I just don't know if I trade up for him. I think if he slid down to us, fine, make a move for him. But I don't know if I trade up or at least give up much, trade to get Chop Robinson. But if you guys have somebody, like I said, go ahead and throw it in the comment section. Let's see, Doug, we really need 2 more really, really good players at key positions. All right, Doug, I'll go with that. And I think you're right. Especially if you get someone like Jackson Powers. But I think we got at least for a year some real good starting potential on that offensive line. It's what happens after that, if you're talking about down the road, or do you bring in somebody and make one of the current starters a backup for a year? I guess that could be debated too. Man Bear, greetings and salutations back at you. Hopefully you're having a great morning, my friend. Matthew Grace, less is more. I know I've talked about on the show, in my opinion, I would want more targeted players. So I wouldn't be worried about getting 5 or 6 players this year. I'd probably want just 1 or 2 really specific players. And then from there, I'm assuming you probably have like a late round pick, maybe a 7th or 6th. And maybe from there I go after, a kicker or maybe another corner, a developmental corner. I guess that could be debated too. All right, Walter Davis, are you going to the draft? ? If so, the Duke Crew should link up. I guess that's something we all have to try to figure out. I know we're going to plan a tailgate for one of the first games of the season and have the Duke Crew tailgate. Try to get some people to come on out. Put on maybe even some music or something. A couple people in the comment section have come out and said that they felt that they could do that because they do have the musical skills or wherewithal, I guess you'd say, to be able to perform some music. So I would enjoy that. An opportunity for everybody to meet and greet. Yeah, I think that'd be great. Let's see if we can make that happen. I don't know if we'll be able to get that for the draft, but maybe. Man Bear, where are you? The Bahamas. So yeah, we're still on the boat. I think it's supposed to arrive tomorrow. Right behind me, all I can see is water, and thankfully I'm not in it because I can't swim. Looks fancy. It's not too bad. It's not so bad. First time I've ever been on a cruise, and it's all new to me. Let me put it that way. Doug, what do you got? Need a trade partner with a sweetener deal mid-first. I love the Toledo, torpedo or a certain edge. Yeah. I know a lot of people have talked about the kid from Toledo, the cornerback. Could he be the answer for Detroit long term? Sure. Will he probably need a little bit of time to develop and grow? I think that's also probably true. But does it mean he couldn't be a target for the Lions? I just think, in my opinion, cornerback is more than likely going to take some time to grow. So if we're going to trade up for someone, I want somebody that I have a realistic expectation that they're going to be able to step in and upgrade a certain position right away. Maybe the Toledo corner can do that. I won't say he can't. I think it's going to be a bigger challenge for him than perhaps other spots. I believe, and that's just my opinion, I believe that it would be edge or offensive line if we were to trade up. But you know what? We've all been wrong before. Maybe Brad Holmes trades up for a quarterback. Maybe he trades up for a running back. Maybe he trades up for a wide receiver. If he goes to some unforeseen position, then I guess that would be really revealing what he feels about the future of that particular position. All right, Drew, what do you got? Hey, Dan and Duke Crew, love the content. Thanks for that, Drew. Thank you very much. And again, sorry for the equipment issues and connection issues today. I was spending a lot of time with it. I think I might have to Now that I got to a different location outside the room, the internet seems a little bit better. So maybe what I'll do later today is I'll try to do a second show and try to set up somewhere like here where maybe the internet at least appears to be stronger. So hopefully that will fix it. And then the rest of the week we can just do normal shows. Charles, what do you got? Stay put. Best offensive lineman. Fair. Yeah, I'd be okay with that. Anytime you can add to the lines and add to your strength and depth, I think that's going to be good all around for everybody. All right, let's see, Doug. Or 4 out of the 3 picks we have. Yeah, you could, as far as stay put on them, most of them. Okay, I'll go with that. Maybe trade up or down once. Brent, been hearing a lot about question mark. I know he's a person of interest, it seems like, with a lot of different fans, and I don't blame him. I mean, the kid's got some talent, he's got some abilities, so why not try to add him if you can? JDC, good morning all. Good morning to you too, sir. Hopefully you're having a great one. Kurt Steele, hey, I'm trying to live your life, man. Good morning to you. Out on a boat in the middle of somewhere that, and for a dude who can't swim, let me tell you, I don't like looking out at all that water. All right, Doug, what do you got? Trust Brad has his board like he did last year. He's in a great position. Much depends on his future plans too. St. Brown, Goff, left tackle. He's a planner. He is, man, 100%. I would agree with that, and I think everybody would concur with that. Brad Holmes, he's got a master plan. He's not just thinking for the particular moment, but like you state, he's looking, as you say, Doug, a year down the road, 2 years down the road, etc. So I think that's where it becomes intriguing. If he takes a wide receiver, is he foretelling that maybe some of the wide receivers currently with the Detroit Lions aren't going to be here in time? And no, I'm not saying that St. Brown's being released or not being signed or whatever. I'm just saying, is Brad Holmes trying to tell us something? All right, Brent, I also like the idea of staying put and drafting an offensive line. Yeah, it could be possible offensive line, cornerback, and edge will still be a good pick, could still be there for us at 29. In my opinion, we're so deep on this year's team, I might be willing to risk a few picks to go up and get somebody very specific. And not saying that's what Holmes will do. I'm just saying that's probably what would do if I was in his spot. All right, Paperback Fan, good morning. Greetings and salutations, back at you. Surfer, good morning, Coach. Everyone else, back at you, Silver Surfer. Miles Marker, good morning. Let's see, Doug, look at Witherspoon at Seattle right. Oh, yeah, he did come in right away. There are exceptions to the rule, for sure. Well, I think we all get that. Just a vast majority of corners do take a little bit of time to grow and develop. All right, Surfer, come on, Coach. Who twisted your arm to go on vacation? That would be Jen. So yeah, you can talk to her about that. I know she's heading to the gym right now to record her stuff for her stuff. Her personal workout videos and stuff like that. Vacations really aren't my thing, but it makes her happy, so she's happy. I probably end up being happy, so we'll go with that. We'll probably. Matthew, what is that? Got edge, Darius Robinson, center, Zach Frazier. I take both those. Cornerback, Kool-Aid. Let's see, wide receiver, Luke McCaffrey or Roman Wilson. Edge, Nealon. Yeah, I like Nealon too. Kicker, Cardi, and cornerback, Stingers. Yeah, all of them would be good players. As far as McCaffrey, I wonder where he's going to get drafted. My anticipation would be more like the middle rounds, would be my guess, but by no means is that probably the best guess of all time. All right, let's see. David, what do you got? Trade up? Yeah, I'm probably a little bit more leaning that way, David, than I am other ways. So I agree with you. Bo, what do you got? Found it. Good morning, Duke Crew. Back at you, Bo. Hopefully you have a great morning. Michael, greetings, salutations, Coach and Duke Crew. Same with you, Michael. Hopefully your day's going great. David, what do you got? Hopefully the Lions can trade up in the top 10 and then draft. Yeah, there you go. I don't think they'd have to give up much to make my draft selection possible. The fact that you could probably sign me on a free agent deal, I'd take it. All right, JDC, Coach. Think there is another LTL, your YouTube page open. I'm posting on both. Fair enough. All right. I don't know. Maybe I messed something up. I'm wondering. trying to set this up. But yeah, I think it's just this one. But again, maybe I messed something up. Bo, trade up for, let's see, Terry and Arnold. All right, well, that could be a possibility. Bo, what would you give up in that trade to go up and get them? So throw that out there, man. Matthew, trade down top three for top three with Carolina. Yeah, I know that's one a couple people have been mentioning for a few days here, that potentially trade basically our number one pick and our second pick along with something else to get their top three picks. So they get to move up a little bit. We get a little bit more second round picks. So yeah, not a bad idea, Matthew. Dr. Detroit, really we do not need to get more picks and trade down. We need, yeah, studs. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm leaning more and more, Dr. Detroit, is that I just want rather, just a couple of very specific players. Basically, I'd be trying to get 2 impact players out of this year's draft, and then maybe in the late rounds try to add competition at kicker. Just see if we can improve that. All right, Bo, I posted on another LTL also. So are you guys saying that there's a second stream up for me? If there is, then yeah, I probably really messed something up, and apologies about that. Polar bear, sorry man, I'm trying to read this on my phone. I can't really tell what that symbol is, so sorry about that, polar bear. JDC, stereo LTL, all right, fair enough. Doug, what do you got? I think we can get an offensive line by the 3rd round, yeah. There's a lot of depth at the guard position and center position in this year's draft. Edge in pick 1 or 2. Those 2 are the real needs, future or injuries. Yeah, I would probably agree with you that edge, if you want someone who's going to come in and make an impact this year, more than likely you're going to have to do it in the 1st round, maybe the 2nd round. Beyond that, you're probably drafting for potential and probably some potential that needs some assistance. All right, let's see. Mattis, what do you got? If we trade up, should probably draft a possible St. Brown replacement to avoid paying 25 to 30 million. I wouldn't have thought that Lions fans would have been on board with that before yesterday, but I was surprised yesterday and then today just how many people are starting to think about, could it be possible for the Lions to move on from Amon-Ra St. Brown? I still think he's going to end up being a Detroit Lion for years to come. I mean, he's Captain Lion, he's Mr. Lion, whatever you want to say. The guy produces. He just seems to fit everything this regime is about. But to a lot of your guys' points, paying 25 or close to 30 million for him, maybe the Lions will look to move on. And again, I'm not saying they're going to. I still think he's going to be here for 3 to 5 years, but it does at least create an interesting thought. Osama Black, all right, fair enough. JDC, man, I can't read it on the screen. If Manchurian's not happy, ain't nobody happy. All right, yeah. If she's not happy, yeah, nobody's happy. You're not wrong there. Doug, Donovan Peoples, okay, let's see. Jackson Powers Johnson would be my favorite. Keep Goff comfortable. Give Goff time to search for JMO. You saw Frisco game. Yeah, the Frisco game was nice, and he probably really should have had a 3rd touchdown in that game. So I like the way you're thinking. Dr. Detroit, sounds like essential. Okay, fair enough. Kurt Steele, have some fun on your cruise. I'm going again soon. Well, enjoy it, man. I know you're living that life most of us consider a myth. So enjoy it, my friend. And hey, as I always say, man, let me know when you can come back on the show. Dr. Detroit, what up, Kurt? Kurt is, just so you guys know, Kurt Steele is one of the best Lions cover people ever, as far as print media, social media, or whatever. So if you ever get an opportunity, check out Kurt Steele. He's the real McCoy. Doug, what do you got? Carolina at 29, 61, and 73 for their, okay, so you're saying trade our 29, 61, 73 for their 33, 39, and 101. Points are the same. Get an edge, an offensive line, wide receiver, or cornerback in 4th. All right, I'll go with that. Robert Yankee, drink dew quickly. Yes, I will probably consume a few dews, but try to keep it to 1 a day while on the cruise. Polar Bear, trade down, offensive tackle, defensive tackle, edge, cornerback, or center. Yeah, I can see that, especially with with Ragnow being a kind of a question mark for, obviously he's going to play this year, but what about after this year? Can he get something more out of him? I think he's closer to the end of the beginning of his career, so I'd start looking for his replacement, knowing that potentially you've got him for 1-2 more seasons and that's it. Miles, this is the third year in the Holmes regime. Three's a charm, question mark. Still find him a bit of an enigma. Ooh, good word there. What will he do next? LOL. And that's what we're going to have to wait and see. I mean, we all have talked about, where can the Lions go in the draft, what they draft. The good thing with this year's team is they can really go any different direction they want to go. I mean, they want to draft virtually any position on this roster, and it'd probably be very helpful for the team. All right, Robert agrees and salutations again. Back at you. Doug, what do you got? Again, it all depends on how the draft is playing out. We just don't know. Yeah, and that's the one thing that's out of our control. The only team that can control at least one pick for them is the Chicago Bears. They've got full run of the board. Anybody out there and available, they can go after, and everybody else has to just kind of follow suit. Detroit being the 29th pick, there's going to be 28 other teams that go before them unless Detroit moves. That can affect the Detroit Lions' game plan. So wait and see what happens. Brent, been all over the world, but never on a cruise. I'm jealous. Enjoy your vacation, Coach. Thanks, man. Gonna be a good time. So, and again, I'll try to figure out the internet connection issue I have with a laptop, and I kept trying to get the certain stuff to load so I can make the thumbnail, get into the platform to better communicate with you guys, and it just was not loading. So I'll bring the laptop out here more on the main part of the ship later today and see if that helps assist things. If so, then, hey, I can get back to fairly normal come tomorrow. So apologies, everybody. Let's see, Silver Surfer. We set it off, and the Lions are going to surprise us on draft day. They're going to get us all right, chat. Get us chat. All right, fair enough, Silver Surfer. I'm messing everything up. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to read as much as I can on this phone, and it's not the biggest phone either, so makes it a little bit more of a challenge, man. All right, Dominic, good morning from Texas. So good morning to you too, my friend. Hopefully you're having a great morning. JDC, hope the ship's name is not the Minnows. No, it's not. To be honest, though, I couldn't tell you what the ship's name is. All right, Hater's House. If we pay St. Brown, I think we can make a similar mistake we made with Calvin. Okay, if we pay, so you're saying pay St. Brown? Yeah, I think there's gonna be most Lions fans that are okay with that, and hopefully we don't make any mistakes like we did with Calvin. Man, it'd be great if we could draft Calvin all over again. All right, Matthew, if you trade down, you get one pick. A 61 is out of the top picks. One pick, then Darius or Frazier or Kool-Aid, but not both. Correct. Yeah, you are only probably going to be able to get one of them. Dr. Troy, what ship are you on? Carnival Cruise Line. So at least I'm pretty sure that's what this is. I guess I'd have to ask Jen, but that sounds about right. Where are we going? The Bahamas. So I guess we're supposed to reach there tomorrow morning, spend a day there, then head back to Florida. Let's see, Bo, yeah, all my cruises were on Uncle Sam. All right, well, hey, nothing wrong with that if you get somebody else to pay for it, man. I always like that kind of line of thought. Dr. Troy, the hard way, huh? Yeah, Bo, yeah, he put in some time. All right, Silver Surfer, I always say we get this player, get that player, and rarely I even get one player. Hopefully we're going to surprise me positively. Yeah, and we'll see what comes out of the draft. I'm leaning more and more towards the Lions, moving up to get one particular player in the first round, and then again try to repeat that process in the second round. But just because I'm thinking it doesn't mean Brad Holmes is going to do it. Burger time. Good morning, crew and Dan. Back at you, Bergs. Hopefully you're having a good one, man. Emily, name a car for an edit. All right, name a car for an edit. I'll have to get back to you on that one, Emily. Doug Kong, Super Bowl or bust, 1,000%. And thanks for that, Donkey. Thanks for always being a part of the show. Mr. Nico, we're going to do what we want during the draft. Brad may be frugal during free agency, but he makes it during the draft. It's going to be good for the Motor City Dew Crew. I like the way you're thinking, and yeah, Brad, yeah, he does not like to spend cash during free agency, but you know what? That doesn't really affect him so much in the draft. He'll move up, down, and all around. He's shown that time and time again. All right, Thomas, right now I just want Darius Robinson and whoever else they think of. Robinson fills that right edge spot. There are good cornerbacks in the second and third. I'll go with that, man. Yeah, and Robinson would not be a bad pickup by any means. Doug, what do you got? Might have one other opportunity. Get best player available at 39 and package second and third to move up earlier in the second for who we really desire, whoever that player is. It could be, man. Yeah, maybe right, to your point, maybe you trade out of the first round into the second round and get a bunch of draft picks and then go for two very specific people in the second round. That could happen, man. I could see that, definitely. All right, Doug, at 29, rather. Yeah, I knew we were going with that, man. Let's see, Surfer, what do you got? I mentioned this player already, Coach, but when you get back, take a look at Kimmel Vilda film. Yeah, halfback from Troy. He is thick as a tree, short, reminds me of Barry physically, but runs like Emmitt Smith. All right, Sofer, I'll try to take a peek at him. Miles, I'm a rock, keeps Goff happy. Let's keep Goff happy. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that at all. So yeah, keep your players happy. Doug, trade up or not down. Might just depend on they don't have left on their board at 29. Yeah, if they think there's the players they really want are starting to leave the board, and say they get to the late teens and there's only 2 or 3 of the players they really have targeted left, then yeah, I could see the trade up really taking place in a hurry. All right, let's see, Dr. Detroit. Cool. Head over to Atlantis Resort and get the pool pass when you get there to the port. Will do, man. Well, I'll look into that. Dr. Detroit, taxis are a trip there. All right, I'll take a peek. 9 drinks. Woo! 100%. Well, again, I can't be too loud. I don't want to disturb people. Dog, I guess we're waiting for June 1st cuts for a free agent cornerback to replace something. Yeah, I think you're going to probably have to wait till about that time for something else to happen if you're going to add via free agency to the cornerback room. Manberg, Ed, Dr. Detroit, what are the taxes? Yeah, the taxes there. All right, fair enough. Polar Bear, I picked at 29 and traded up to 52 yesterday. All right, what'd you get there, Polar Bear? Yeah, in Dr. Detroit taxis. All right, fair enough. JDC, get that crowd in the room you're at involved. Yeah, right now. Yeah, that's why I came over here thinking it'd be a little bit earlier. Wouldn't be disturbing people so much. But Lattimore in June, says Bo. Yeah, that would. I mean, I'd be way okay if we picked up LaShawn Lattimore. And I get he's missed, like whatever it is, 16, 17 games in the last 2 years. But when healthy, and if you got a lot of depth where maybe he doesn't have to play as many snaps, then maybe you got something there. Dr. Let's see, who'd I leave off with? Bo Lattimore in June. Robert, we are all ready. We are all ready for this draft. Let's go. Woo! 100%. And Robert, yeah, I think every Lions fan is salivating at the idea of this draft just because, everything is potential to us. We could go, I don't think there's one position on this team that we couldn't upgrade, and every Lions fan say, yeah, that works, other than maybe quarterback. I'll go with that. All right, Dr. Detroit drivers, you hop in with a crowd. They are not individual. Fair enough. Doug, who would you trade out of 29 to would you trade out of 29 to Cleveland for the 54 and their cornerback Newsome plus a third? I would. I like Newsome. It fixed a lot of stuff in the secondary. And, you move down to the middle part of the second round. Plus, you get I'm going to say Newsome would start opposite of Davis, or maybe Davis would start opposite Newsome. But plus, you get a third. I would do that, Doug. Yes. Dr. Detroit, the Atlantis is the main attraction on the island for sure. All right, I'll check it out. I know I think we land or we dock at like 8:30 a.m. So I'll already be able to do the morning show for you guys, and then be able to look into all that tomorrow. Let's see. Manberg, LOL, taxi missed that. Yeah, it happens, man. Dr. Detroit, laugh out loud. Detroit again. I'm sure the taxes are horrible. I wouldn't know. Fair enough, man. JDC, you can't take us anywhere. No, hey, I enjoy the Dude Crew, man, 100%. Let's see, Donkey Kong. I hope the cruise ship doesn't sink. Yeah, I'm hoping for that too. If not, then this will be my swan song if it does go, if something happens like that. All right, Polar Bear. Hold on a second. Polar Bear, Jordan Morgan, and Xavier Leggett. I think we are set at wide receiver. Was checking for a friend. You know, Leggett, I know he's got the wheels. Morgan's not a bad call either. JDC, woo! There you go, man. Dr. Detroit, they travel in a line there in another cruise ship 10 nautical miles behind them. Fair enough. All right, Bo, Duke Crew is incorrigible. Yes, it is. BLMNIG, all right. G, all right. Ning, all right, fair enough. Mike Hunt, where's the Lions? We'll have to wait and see. All right, Miles, what do you got? Have fun, get your sea legs, and enjoy the warmth. I'm going to, man, 100%. Dash, safe travels, sir. Any news on JC Horn? Nothing I've heard in about a month. Manberg, you need help? I've been told that more than once. All right, guys, I'll go ahead and cut this one off. I'm going to go and try to get working on the laptop and just see if I can just improve the quality of the stream with that. If I can, then maybe later today I'll just do a mock draft for you guys and try to get up there. Sorry that we couldn't get it at least so far today. Apologies for all the problems with I guess just being a broadcast on the ship here, but I'll get everything figured out. I'll get it hopefully back tomorrow morning to the normal show. And make, get those videos up the rest of the week. Do those live broadcasts with everybody. A couple more coming in here. Oh, it's all right. Let's see. Dude, you need help? Take a knee. Donkey Kong Dan, do you need your wife want to go to the Tigers? Do you and your wife want to go to the Tigers game Friday before the draft? I'll buy the game tickets and do. Ooh, let me ask her. I will ask Jen about that. And I'll get back to you. That might actually be kind of fun. So, Donkey, that's a great idea, man. And thank you for that. Dr. Detroit, dude just needs attention. Fair enough. I've been said worse. Bam Bear, not you. Not you, BM. All right, fair enough. Marcus, hey, man. How you doing, Marcus? Hopefully you're having a great one. Dr. Detroit, good show. Thanks for that. Let's see. BLM, you love BBC. British Broadcasting, I'm sure I've watched it a few times with you. Marcus, hey y'all, back at you, Marcus. Hopefully you're having a good morning. Dr. Joy, block. I wonder if I can. All right. There. They're in timeout. There you go. All right. Let's see where I leave off. Miles, BML blocked. All right. Dr. Troy, block BML, timeout. Yep, in timeout. Dan, no BML needs attention. All right, fair enough. There you go. Thank you. No worries, man. All right, guys, I'll wrap up this morning show. Sorry it's a shorter one, but, hey, trying to figure out all the technical stuff while on the cruise. I'll try to get it all figured out a little bit more today and go back to the normal show, hopefully in the morning. So if there is some breaking news today, the good thing is I can still get that to you guys as quick as possible. What's this, BBC or ABC? Marcus, I'm not really sure, man. Mariner, what do you got? Hey, man, what position would we target in the draft? I think offensive line and defensive edge are my primary ones. 9 drinks, thanks, Dan. Anytime, man. Dr. Troy, OL, yeah, offensive line. Marcus, okay. Dr. Troy, have fun, Dan. I'm gonna give it a go, man. Miles, what do you got? Have a great day, Dan. One pride. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. If you guys could, maybe just say a little bit of a prayer for my family. Unfortunately, right when we were getting on the cruise yesterday, I found out I'm the youngest of a big family, 9 kids, and unfortunately one of my sisters passed away. So if you guys can, maybe just do a moment of silence and a prayer for my mom. Don't wish that on any parent walking in and finding a child like that, and the fact that she's had to do that a few times. Really feel for my mom. So, all right, I'll get out of your guys' hair. See you all later on or tomorrow on the next Lions Talk Live. Take care, everybody.